What is up, conscious monkeys? How are you guys doing today? It is January 5th, 2022, and Happy New Year. Had a great New Year. You broke your routines a little bit to, celebrate with family, friends, and, in the event that you didn't, I hope that you at least took time to yourself, reflected on your 2021, saw everything went. Personally, I'm not crazy about New Year's resolutions. I guess I kind of see it as that if you want to change something, you should do it now. Why wait till January 1st to do it? But with that said, I think it is probably good to have some goals, right? Have some settings of, well, I want to complete this by the end of 2022. So maybe I'm a little tongue in cheek there, not sure, but hopefully you're setting new goals, getting all that fun stuff going. But some exciting stuff in the works here. I am working on some Conscious Monkey merchandise. I'm trying to figure out what that's gonna look like, and honestly, still looking for an artist. So if you or somebody you know is an artist, send them my way. I'm thinking it's gonna be like a little bit of a psychedelic theme, and I don't know. I've got a cool vision for it, and right now just waiting for the right person to fall into the lap. I'm also working on getting an intro song going, and so that'll be cool. So that you hear a little bit of a jingle before this podcast. And if you're listening to this down the road, hopefully there already is a song. I'm not sure if you guys can hear Copper barking, but she's getting excited. Um, 2022, it's already been a super strong start. What is it, the fifth? And I've already had two interviews, and I actually have a third one I'm doing later today. So, and man, they've been electric. They've all been over 2 hours so far. The longest one, actually, the one I did yesterday, was 2 hours and 40 minutes. So, buckle up for that one. It's a cool one too. A lot of fun. I want to say shout out to some of my friends I saw over when would that have been? Probably December 30th. We all got together for a friend's birthday, and I also wanted to say a specific shout out to two people. One, I'll try to keep them a little excuse me, a little ambiguous, but one's Carl said it this podcast was his third most listened to podcast in 2021, which I find incredible and super grateful for it. And the other one is Jack M. Keeping them a little anonymous because I don't know if they're cool with me sharing their info on here, but just want to say appreciate those two guys. Jack said was saying that this was the number two podcast he listened to, and that this was actually his favorite segment, which I found super cool because I wasn't really, I guess, I don't want to say putting effort into it, but I wasn't really. I was kind of just talking from my mind of what happened the past few weeks, but the fact that people love it, it energizes me. So I appreciate you guys for um, giving me your support. I appreciate you guys for telling me how much you enjoy it. That's a huge reason I'm doing this. I love these conversations, and I love just documenting my journey. And the fact that other people are finding it interesting as well is all the more empowering. So I appreciate you guys. In future news, I'm heading back to San Diego. Da, da, da. I'll be there at the end of January. I found, and so this actually goes into some interesting stuff that I've been talking on the podcast. And maybe this is actually a good way to teaser the podcast that I'm going to be releasing on Monday. On Monday, we talk about a guy by the name of Neville Goddard. And so this is kind of your heads up if you want to do your own research, look into Neville. His, to wrap him up in a small nutshell, his core concept is that your subconscious is God. His belief is that your human subconscious is the imprinted basis that creates your reality. And I find that there's probably a lot of truth to this. So, what does this mean? What it means in the world of manifestation and creation is that your outer world, is a pure reflection of your subconscious. Your reality is it is the words or feelings that you are exhibiting on a day-to-day basis. So if you're exhibiting, the negative is something like I'm poor, I'm, slow, I'm this, I'm that. Those are your conscious imprints that are constantly being placed on your subconscious. And so what he proclaims is, like right before you go to bed, rewrite those programs. Tell yourself what you want, go to bed and feel it. And a huge reason I'm bringing this up is because something I wanted for San Diego is I kept telling myself I want to live in San Diego under, I think it was like under $1,000 per month and in Pacific Beach, which is a crazy ask because it's extremely expensive housing. Um, that's a hot location. Everybody wants to be there. And the key is that you just then kind of like feel into it and just believe that it's going to happen. And so actually last night and this morning, after doing this for a couple days, I found a home who actually is able and wants me to, move into one of their places. And even more so, they're cool with me moving in before February 1st. It's, in my mind, it's super cool how this thing just like, unravels. They were even saying, and we can kind of get into praying because he sees praying as he calls it praying as well, like when you pray on these things and you feel them and you're imprinting on your subconscious that you want this specific event to occur. And so the reason I bring that up is because in one of the emails I received from these people, they literally said like, "Oh, we've been praying for the perfect tenant, and you cover all these, you check off all these boxes." And I'm like, "Damn!" Like, in a way, I was praying to find you guys as well. So, of course, that's anecdotal, but this isn't the only time that I've seen this, and I actually have another example. However, that is in the podcast. So I'm going to leave that as a teaser for why you should listen to the podcast that it's releasing on Monday. Um, with that being said, there aren't many other updates. I'm super excited for the progress that is going and happening behind the scenes on this podcast. I appreciate you guys. Look out for that Conscious Monkey merchandise and let me know if there's like the theme I'm kind of shooting for with it is like psychedelic theme. I want to, kind of get that mystical vibe behind it. So if there's any products that you guys think would be super cool, I'm definitely gonna go for like, a sticker, um, t-shirts, probably coffee mugs. But outside of that, let me know what you guys think would be cool. I've got some cool ideas with it again, and I'm just excited. I'm super excited for the direction of this podcast. 2022 is already starting off super hot for it. So, I and also I want to find a way to give back to you guys for being here since the beginning. So maybe once I find an artist, I'll like do some sort of merchandise that I can get you guys for like super cheap. Like maybe you're only covering the cost of it and there's no profit to me. I think that sounds cool. We'll do something like that. But if you guys want, help me out with the thought process. If you heard this, send me a message. Be like, "Oh, dude, Clayton, I had this cool idea for merchandise or something you can do or whatever." But, just my way of saying thank you to you guys that have been here since since the beginning. So outside of that, I want to wish you guys an awesome 2020. Hope it's starting strong. And Conscious Monkeys, let's keep growing together.